Howdy. We have to talk about mountain water and stuff. Because I just noticed something. And this led to a very interesting discovery. Not only do we have to talk about mountain water, but also about white rivers. I have been showing this picture dozens of times, I think. We have the most prominent and best known white river occurrence, which has to do with glaciers and volcanism. Mount St. Helens in the USA, which is a volcano. It has several wide rivers. Here's one, two, I think. Mount St. Helens also has the world's fastest growing glacier within its caldera. And my mountain water theory is in a way simplified. It's just that the volcanism processes aren't too well understood. I have been talking about the role of water, that it isn't just some random occurrences which disturbs volcanism. No, water is a very important part of volcanism, because I think it is very well possible that there are many mountains around the world which can basically erupt by water or with water. Maybe not only there will be sediments and probably even lava coming there as well. It depends on the strength, intensity, and also place of the eruption. But anyway, white rivers are all over the place. More in France, Nalchik, or however you pronounce that, in Russia. Then we have Walgau in Germany, Parma, Italy, and Udine, Italy. This is the Tagliamento River, which is an alkaline river. The last free-flowing river basically in the Alpes, because it wasn't possible to somehow tame it. Its nature seems to be too wild. Why do I talk about this? Once again, it's the simple reason because I just noticed yesterday evening that I missed a very interesting quake within the Alps region. It is in the middle of the screen, barely visible. That's why I haven't been noticing it earlier, probably. Here. If we put on terrain, it doesn't get better. It's very hard to see that there has been a quake 2 days ago. And also the text which is written here doesn't really... It could mean Ungepr&uuml, unconfirmed, I don't know. But there is the quake. If we zoom in close enough, you will notice it. There is this blue dot. And blue dots mean usually that there is deeper activity. 1.8, 161 kilometers in depth, 2 days ago. More info. And I went to check it out. Minor magnitude 1.8 earthquake. 15 kilometers from Innsbruck. And I just went down to check it out. And in some cases, it's not always. You get the seismograms and all kinds of other informations. And here, click here to search our database for earlier earthquakes in the same area since 1900. And there came this list. May 6, 1976, 6.5. June 17th, 1976, 6.1. September 15th, 1976, 6.0. September 15th, 1976, 5.9. May 7th, 1976, 5.9. November 23rd, 1976, 5.7. September 11th, 1976, 5.5. September 11th, 1976, 5.4. And September 3rd, 1958, 5.3. So, do they fit all on the page? No. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 quakes with a magnitude 5.4 or greater. Happened in 1976, within a few months, near Udine, Italy. So I took some time and checked them out and marked them on Google Maps, so let's have a look at them. This is the Tagliamento River I showed before. Let's zoom in order to make confirmation. Tagliamento, or however you want to call it, or spell it correctly, Tagliamento. So, saved in historical quakes in the Alps, magnitude 6.1, 17th of June, 1976. Needless to say, it's between two wide rivers. And here, where we have quite often earthquake activity, magnitude 5.7, depth 33 kilometers, November 23rd, 1976. And look where it happened. Within the White River. I've been reading about this river, and it is a river which is fed by aquifers along the way when it's going, as it goes to the Adriatic Sea. And these, where we have the square, are my marked quakes. Saved in historical quakes in the Alps, magnitude 5.5, depth 16 kilometers, September 11th, 1976. There is another White River. And then we have some here. Magnitude 5.4, depth 20 kilometers, September 11th, 76. So it has been on the same day as the quake we just watched. Let's have a look at some pictures if they work. They don't seem to work. Magnitude 6, 15th of September 1976, 4 days later. Do we have pictures which work here? No, doesn't matter too much. There has been some other here. Quake 5.9, 15th of September 1976, a day later. Or was it? Or was it at the same day? White River, Tagliamento River, which is also a white river, obviously. There is... yeah, it looks very interesting. So in this region in 1976 has been very much earthquake activity. And these are just the biggest ones, which are like in the archive. So we have to assume that all the smaller ones are not on this list. And there has been one other here. Saved in historical quakes in the Alpes, magnitude 5.3, 30th September 1958. I think this is very interesting that there has been 46 years ago very much earthquake activity near Udine, Italy, at the Tagliamento River, which is a wide river. And now let's just zoom in quickly somewhere here to the mountain. Let's take this one here. I don't know if they are marked here on Google Maps. I mean those water veins, if there's any water veins marked here, I don't know. Doesn't seem to be. Now this is looking very interesting, this place in between. So do we have to assume that there might be ones in the future, like very big quakes once again in the Alps? And I think there are much more people living there nowadays than have been there like in 76. Many more roads and many more other things have been built since. But actually, now I remember, I wanted to show you something else which is also interesting. Related to quakes, the same thing. Actually, we could go here. And then we take German volcanoes. 64 places. Yeah. Landeskrone. 64 volcanoes are listed on Wikipedia in Germany. They are probably extinct, dormant or whatsoever, but they are marked as volcanoes. Most of them are cryptodomes. And I'm quite sure that there are many, many, many more. Every mountain or hill where is water pouring out is an actual cryptodome, because the fluctuation of the water pouring out there can really fluctuate greatly. As in the Bible has been also said, the mountains started to cry. What else could it mean? That then there would be just so much more water pouring out of the mountain through a change in the electromagnetic environment. So this is Lake Constance. Let's make some very sketchy borders. This is Germany. This is France. This is Switzerland. The river Rhine goes somewhat like this. Well, we are focusing on now on this region here, because There has been some quake activity. Now there's only more one left. If I would put 7 days on, there would be 2 more. Let's see how quick it goes. Yeah, it doesn't really work. But anyway, I've been talking about this too, because they are listed on Wikipedia. Here's Singen. And we have very close to Singen, we have Hohenkrähen and Hohenkrähen. Now it's already visible here. Hohenkrähen. And here we had the quake 17 hours ago, 1.66 kilometers in depth. Now let's go over to Google Earth. No, it's Google Maps this time. Here we are. Let's just zoom in. You will see that there is Singen. And all these blue marked spots are volcanoes, which are listed on Wikipedia. Unter Burg Hohenkrähen. Saved in thermal volcanoes. Do we have pictures which work? Yes. There's a very amazing castle construction here. And I still think that there wouldn't be any castle up there if there wouldn't be water, because how you could fight anyone if you have to run after water all the time? I don't know why it jumps all the time to this Landeskrone, because it's not in the vicinity of what we are looking at. But anyway, let's go back in. Hohenkrähen. That's a Cryptodome. That's a Cryptodome. And then we have also Hohenkrähen somewhere here. Hohenkrähen. Now maybe we have to Landeskrone. This is really annoying. I just wanted to get the street view or something. But anyway, you get the idea. Just look at the mountain. It's rather round. And there has been some quake activity in the last few days. There is another one. There might be many, many, many others. Many. Hundreds. Very interesting. Here we have the pile dwellings. We have to zoom out a bit. Here are the pile dwellings from the ancients. Here are some Neanderthal caves. Here's the river Rhine, where we have also the Rhine Falls. Which is Europe's biggest inland waterfall. It's an amazing place. I've been there several times. I have been there also when there hasn't been almost any water pouring down there. It was very interesting. But anyway, I leave it here. We have to keep an eye on the quake activity. Actually, I want to point just very quickly one thing still out. For this, we have to go over to windy, and I want to show you this thing here. Let's have just a quick look at it. And note where the eye of the storm is going. That's, I would say, like a really cool eye of the storm. Now let's just stop it here. It went there. It somehow, this weather system made the way there. It originated somewhere here and then it traveled around Italy or over Italy, and now it's up here. And what do we have here? We have this earthquake activity spot within the Adriatic Sea, which is going on since many weeks. 15 hours ago. There's even a deeper one yesterday, 18 kilometers. So I don't think this is any coincidence that this low pressure system went here where we have probably at the moment the biggest earthquake activity in Italy. Thanks. Bye.